What is Rancia? Rancia is, first of all, a slope, an hill. And where is this hill? This hill is in the southernmost part of the Chianti Classico area, region, denomination. Fèlsina was bought by my grandfather in 1966, and I have told you, as usual, and my friends from Tuscany maybe have some problem with this, but I don't know. But my family come from Romagna. Romagna is the other part. It's a small Tuscany reversed on the Adriatic Sea. But what is linked with the Tuscany, and this is a strong link, is that becomes from history, is the fact that the Sangiovese is the only Sangiovese on the north of the Apennines were planted there historically from a long time. So my grandfather, when we come from a city, very ancient city, the city where also Dante Alighieri died, we have the tombstone of Dante Alighieri that visit our city, Ravenna, famous for his very ancient mosaics there. And he comes from Tuscany, and he finds this little region that takes the name from the Romans, Romagna, directly from the Romans, because Ravenna and Romagna around fought for 250 years to defend the culture of Romans and the Greek cultures from the barbarian invasion. And that's why in Romagna we find a lot of things that you can find in the central Italy, in the more Latin Italy, in the Etruscan Italy. The name itself of Ravenna is an Etruscan name. So when my grandfather bought the estate in 1966, he wanted immediately to maintain this strong faith and the pleasure to drink and produce and drink Sangiovese grapes, basically. So he wants immediately to be focused on Sangiovese. And year by year, vintage by vintage, sorry for my horrible English, but vintage by vintage, we, as a family, we find that this last slope of Chianti Classico, because we are cut by the border of the Chianti, the southern border of the Chianti Classico. So really, you can see the difference between the Chianti Classico and what is in the south of the state. The soil is completely different. This slope, this hill, is calcareous with alberese, of course, mostly alberese, but not only. A very calcareous one. And we find immediately, from the beginning, trying and separate the vinification of every single vineyard, that this place, Rancia, that takes the name from the ancient farm and monastery and farm there, that was a special place to produce such a kind of Sangiovese. And so in 1993, we have the first bottle of Rancia, that is a wine made till now with the same old recipe from 1983, being in French oak barrel for about 20 months, half new and half of one passage. You can, when you taste the Rancia, you can find immediately the property of this singular end of the Chianti Classico. If you are in the house, the ancient house of Rancia, looking to the vineyards, you see Monte Amiata, you see Montalcino, Montepulciano, and in the middle what we call a basin of light, something like that, Valdorcia and the Crete Senesi there. And so, again, like in many other places in our beautiful Chianti Classico area, there is a lot of wind there, but we have a little bit much irradiation of the sun during the year that gave to our wines, and Rancia in particular, again, like the wine that Giovanni mentioned, the strength, but also the finesse of the wine. The fresh and the juice, but also an incredible numbers of different savors. Flavors, thank you. What else?
I think that's a great start. Let's take some questions, and then we're going to pick up wines 5 through 7. There's a question in the